the pursuit of money is a snare to our people. All praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishop, the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Quadash. This is a in transit lesson, so I'm driving, so just bear with me. I'm gonna try to pull some scriptures. It's around 6 o'clock, so everybody's getting home, so there's a little traffic, so it could be some pause in the video as I'm maneuvering through this demonic place. But this is a lesson as I was getting in the car, just kind of meditating upon a couple of things, and I was actually thinking about this, about riches, and how the pursuit, the chasing of riches, which I did some lessons back, I don't know, 5-10 lessons back, a week, 2 weeks ago, about chasing a bag. And as I was kind of, that thought kind of resurfaced, because this is the quagmire. You actually need money in this society. That's how wicked this society is. You actually have to go and get money, if you will, hustle. But see, coming into this truth, you have to have the balance. That's where you find your balance of making the money to pay for your necessities. This is why when you come into the truth, you actually start to live simple. You live a very simple and quiet life, a very mundane life. It's not too much excitement outside of the prophecies. But for the rest of our people, this world, what's to offer them is the illusion of riches. You gotta, it's always a get rich quick scheme. There's always how to, even our people are going to witchcraft to try to get money, because they feel that that's going to be, their way out of poverty, their way out of the situation that they're in. And that's far from the truth. So as I was kind of like thinking about it, I didn't do the video. I wasn't going to do the video. And then I got a phone call from a family member, or I called a family member for a different reason. But then, the family member started talking about finances and making money and getting ahead and, riches, basically. The same thought I was thinking, why our people, one of the reasons why our people are in this situation that they're in, basically, running, walking in circles. See what I'm saying? Because none of the things that they're doing, it works. Nothing works. And the illusion is you have certain individuals that have the appearance of wealth amongst our people, and even Esau. But what did they do to obtain that wealth? What did they do to get those riches? Right? Let me get a scripture. So give me a second. Right? As like I said, when I was driving, I didn't do the video. But then, oh Lord, this is confirmation. As I kind of, the conversation, regular conversation, and then start talking about this, finances, and, gotta make money, and this is going to be able to, transgenerational wealth handed down to your family, and, looking at other people's situation and saying, yeah, this is what we got to do. See, that's the spirit. That's the spirit, because that's what's on our people's minds. I'm not even talking about the heathen nations. That's all that's on the heathen nations' minds. And Jake is fighting in a rigged system. So they're fighting a losing battle. They're fighting going up, and then they're trying to implement some of the different tactics of Esau, Edom, and how they got their riches. Nah, that's all bullshit. You had there was a post, I believe it was on Instagram. It was what's his damn devil's name? He's like the CEO or one of the board members of like BlackRock or something like that. And he's giving financial advice. Hey, don't put your money into this. Don't do a 401k. And people look at that like, oh wow, look at it. He's a multi-billionaire. So of course he has the breakdown. But see, they're not telling you that the system is rigged. That it's nothing but backdoor deals being made. It's nothing but wickedness. Wickedness is going on for them to receive those riches. That's really how you make it in this world. This is Proverbs 3:31. Envy thou not the oppressor. Who's the oppressor? Esau, Edom. Okay, as well as the other nations, they oppress us as well. All right, and the other nations are, in certain cases they're winning. They're doing better than Jake, and that's part of the curses. Nevertheless, when we tell our people about this is something they can't, they can't fully grasp they can't really fully grasp that concept, excuse me. Because their heart and their mind was the same thing. It's in this world. Okay? Ultimately, they're not part of the elect. But we do these lessons to, bring the elect's mind over to Yahushua, the mind of Yahushua. And when you bring your mind over to Yahushua, you start to see that this is nothing but an illusion. The illusion of riches, the illusion of wealth, the illusion of prosperity. You're not going to be able to prosper. Your spirit is not going to be able to prosper in a society that's completely wicked. Okay? Yet the 2/3, they actually like it. They love it. They're okay in this system, this world. Men love darkness rather than light. Let me continue. And choose none of his ways. So our people, they go out and they look at Esau. That's why you see the black woman, even a Latino woman, they'll get with Esau. And he could be broke, but there's an illusion of power. Not even such an illusion, he actually has the power. He owns industries. But he's not going to tell you that. He's not going to really tell you how he got it. By raping, by robbing, by murdering. They're just seeing him actually have it. They're just seeing him in a nice luxury cars and, living in homes that, I mean, unbelievable. $20 million, $30, $100 million homes, castles, estates. He owns this property over there, that property over there. I was just talking to a brother. We were just talking about the properties where he was at. How he was talking about this Edomite woman, how she owned this property right there, that property. Well, the place I lease from, that damn devil, he owned that place where I lease from. He owned all the property across the street. He doing good, if you will, in this world. But that's the wicked. And if you want to get down with the wicked, you have to choose the wicked's ways. This is why a guy like Diddy is worth so many hundreds of millions. This is why a person like LeBron is worth so many hundreds of millions, outside of their talent, of course. The talent is what got them into the door, but them, actually, bear with me, them actually, doing the deal with the devil is what keeps them in that level and propels them to the next level above the rest of you Jakes, you Israelites. Okay, it says, for the forward, which is another word for wicked, is an abomination to the Lord, right? Because the way that they're living right now, remember, it's only but a moment. The Jacob Rothschild, was it Jacob that died? I believe, was it Jacob? That damn devil? He didn't get to take none of his riches with him. He enjoyed he enjoyed that sweet taste of sin for a moment. Job the 20th chapter. The joy of the hypocrite is yet for a moment. So yeah, he got to enjoy pleasures down here on the earth. That's their lot. That's why understanding the scripture is so paramount. You go to Psalm 73, the Psalm of Asaph. It breaks it down. They're not in trouble like other men. Their strength is firm. They got riches. They don't care about the oppression. They don't give a fuck about oppressing you. That's part of the whole. That's the business plan. To oppress and to extract everything, to own everything, right? But see, the understanding is we are actually going to own everything, okay? And it's going to be eternal, something that they're trying to create down here on the earth artificially, which is going to fail. For the forward is an abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous. Look at that. His secret is with the righteous. Because the knowledge that we have, this is a secret. Even though we're saying it openly, the people they can't receive this. This is not of them. Remember, the world was created for the elect's sake, right? But that concept of the elect is not widely accepted amongst our people because they're not part of the elect. Only the elect, hopeful elect, would see a benefit into serving the Lord, even though you're going through hardship, even though you're poor, even though things are not they don't seem like it's working your way. Pinching pennies, while you see the wicked, even amongst our people, they like these drug dealers. That's why the women, they love these drug dealers, because they got money. The woman, she can get in that nice, when you get in a nice car, that shit's built. It feels good. People looking at you, and people now you're respected just because you drive a nice car. Ain't that some stupid shit? But that's these people. The whole time that person in that car was a goddamn dirtbag. I remember I had a god uncle. He pretty much made a living scamming his people, through real estate. But he had the nice house, he had the nice car. And when I was real young, I was like, man, he doing good. But the latter end of that individual was the Most High took him out. Okay, with brain cancer, it was a brain aneurysm, if I'm not mistaken, or brain cancer or tumor. While his woman that he loved so much was with another dude. In the hospital. She brought the dude to the hospital while he's dying. So did he really get to enjoy those riches? See, and this is why it's a snare unto you Israelites to try to chase those riches, the pursuit. It says the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, right? Because really the Most High, as it says in Psalm 73, the Lord, he set them in slippery places. This is why we're there's another scripture we might have to get it. Fret not thyself against the evildoer. Let me get that. Let me finish this. But it says, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Okay? Even though we're in a dire situation now, remember the Lord did that. This is prophecy. This should give you comfort that our situation, it was spoken about. The Most High, he broke it down to us. He told us this is what's going to happen. And it's happening. We're actually experiencing it. And also we're seeing the prosperity of the wicked, but also the fall of the wicked as well. We're going to see the direct fall when Yahushua, he comes and he destroys them. But we're seeing it now through the lens of prophecy. Right? We have a sure word of prophecy. This is what allows us not to get trapped up in those pursuit of riches as we were once in the world. The deceitfulness of riches. Because that's all that it is. Look at these celebrities. The deceitfulness of riches. The deceitfulness of the flesh. Bear with me. And this is what gets our people caught up. chasing, 50, 60 years old, still chasing, still trying to get up. When the people that you looking at that got all the riches, Esau, he got it by the force of the sword. And then manipulated markets. Okay, he got it by ill-gotten gains. He got it by predatory lending, usury. You're right. Taking people's resources, setting up coups. He didn't get it because he was just a smart guy and, you know, he was righteous and he believed in the Most High. He got it through the spirit of Satan. So here it is. You trying to follow after his ways, and his ways lead to death. Okay. Psalms 37. Bear with me. Give me a second. And 1, it says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers." Right? Esau, he's an evildoer. These people that make it in this world, we all know about Hollywood, right? Hollywood and entertainment industry, which is applauded for, you know, individuals that live the high life, you know, celebrities, idols. But we all know what it takes to be part of that realm. And guess what? In the day and age that we're in, even before, people are willingly signing up to go there. You would think the people would say, no. You worship Satan. We're not gonna buy your music. We're not gonna watch your. They ain't doing it. They lining up. Okay. They're lining up to consume. And the people that, you know, that pay the celebrities the checks, they give them that money. Of course, it's hush money, but to use their influence in a negative way. But you got a bag though. So that's what our people did. Say, hey, look, I know what I'm doing is wrong. I don't give a shit. I got a bag. Doja Cat came out with a song this year, or it was last year, talking about that. Basically, the video was basically sold her soul. It was demons and shit. But she got a bag. Kanye West said, hey, it was a crappy deal, but it came with, you know, a few toys, whatever he said. A lot of celebrities in their songs, you know, in the music industry, all that. Right? We know that. Is that what was the scripture? If a man shall gain the world but lose his soul? Right? Because in the next world to come, and that's what it's about. See, that's the secret. In the next world to come, you're gonna be low. And if you would have waited, if you would have patience, which we're being perfected through patience, through suffering. That's how we're perfected. All right, we gonna live good. I mean, beyond what anything a fucking Rothschild can. They're the ones really living, and even then they're vexed because their world is crumbling. Okay, they're thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels, because they don't have absolute dominance over the earth like Yahweh Shai and the elect will have absolute dominance over the earth. That's something to fight for. Okay? Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. That's Esau. That's the rest of the Chinese. See, Chinese billionaires, they pulling up in Bentleys and Ferraris, and like, you don't even look good in a Ferrari. Jake is the only one that looks good in these supercars. Right? I want to get this word fret. But those damn Moabites, they'll work their people to death. You know, they're just like the Edomites. They'll sell you fake food. They'll sell their people fake food that will kill them. But it's going to cut down on costs. It's going to put more money in their pockets. They're going to do, and all the nations do that. Well, the scriptures say since the beginning, right? The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is subject to the lender. So you got that amongst Elam, you got that amongst Moab, you got that amongst Ham, and you got it amongst our people as well, that enrich themselves at the cost, okay, of their people. Well, Moses was the righteous man. These are individuals that we look up to. These are our forefathers. I believe that's Hebrews 11. He rather suffered with the children of Israel than to, let me get that, right? Than to enjoy sin for a moment. So to hell with sin. Really? What has that done for us, other than put us in this low position that we're in now? Right? Let me get this. I'm driving, so just give me a second. But see, you got to have faith, as it talks about in this chapter. You got to have faith. Give me a second. Where is it? Okay. Verse 24, Hebrews 11:24. By faith, Moses, when he came to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Right? When he came to years, this is us waking up to the truth. When we come to years, okay, we refuse to be part of this world. Okay, and Moses, he was actually in the seat of the elites. He could have just lived quietly, lived peacefully, at the top with the Egyptians while he sees his people suffer. But let's continue. Okay, let me read it again. It says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. See? Esteeming rather to suffer afflictions with the people of the Most High, I read that, esteeming the reproach of the Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. For he had respect unto the recompense of the reward, right? Because Moses believed that he was going to receive a reward. Okay, not at that time. By faith he forsook Egypt, and is not Babylon also known as spiritual Egypt? Revelation 11:8. The similarities are paramount. There, we can go. It's so many. Okay, so we're forsaking spiritual Egypt, of Babylon the Great. It has to be done by faith. It's impossible for anything to be done and please the Most High if it's not done by faith. And this is what the 2/3 of our people, the rest of the Israelites, they lack faith of the Almighty to actually see these things, all right, in their mind's eye, and to suffer the wrath, the indignation of the Lord. Okay, to be able to receive these things afar off. How much more back then, when the promise, they didn't know when the promise was coming. We actually see the promise. We could taste it. We're at that conjecture. We're at that point. Okay, where the last prophecies for the promise for this kingdom, for those riches, the actual true riches, which we actually have the true riches now, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the faith, the fear. Right? By faith forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured, right? He suffered as seeing him who is invisible, right? See, we see who's invisible, and our people, they get caught up with the visible, what they see now, and what you see now is temporary. You can be in a good situation one moment, have it all, and then it's like damn, what happened? You lost it all. Now you're doing bad. Okay, let me go back. I want to get this word fret in Psalms 37. To be hot, fury. That word is chara. Right? To burn, kindle, to be angry with. To burn. I'm tired of being broke. You know, and then you dwell in your mind, and then you say, fuck it. You know, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. You'll rob, you'll kill, you'll steal. You do what Esau did. That's how you get riches in this world. You'll worship the Satan in its many forms. You'll practice sacrificing. You'll do sacrificing. You'll do a child sacrifice. If that's what it takes for you to make it, for you to get that deal. Okay, to do what's it called, like a humiliation ritual, sexual humiliation ritual, demasculation ritual. If that's what it takes, all I gotta do is wear a dress on live TV or do a photo, so I can get this deal, this $5 million contract, and I can start winning again. Or shit, hey, Jake grew up with roaches and rats and, you know, gunshots. You trying to get out of that. You want to live good with Esau. Okay? And you'll compromise the little integrity that you have so you can, you know, live in pleasure and it's all for a moment. Your latter end is destruction. To heat oneself in vexation. Right? So you'll get angry, and you actually have Jake that will get online, and they'll be angry at the Most High. They'll be angry at the Most High because of their situation. Are you telling me a God that put me in slavery, a God that don't want me to have things? Because what's the goal of our people is to get rich. That's what they think is, you know, life. You know, to travel. You know, eat the best of foods, go on restaurants, to drive the best of cars. You know, it's in us to, you want to live. That's the flesh. And this is the thing. The secret is we are going to experience those things for eternally. Okay? But that's in the world to come, which is approaching. Only the elect can be able to get that concept. Okay? Just as Moses, he understood that. All right? He rather suffer as coming to age, waking up. The Most High coming to him. All right? He forsook, because you have certain Jakes that the Most High comes to, wakes him up. And because of the lust of riches, right? The illusion of riches, the faith that was sown in their heart, right? It gets strangled. That's the parable of the sower. I'm not going to go into it. I'm already here at my destination. Okay, but that's the parable of the sower. Give me a second. Good. Let's go back. So that's been the problem of our people since the beginning. Okay, Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Jay got good, and they forgot about the Most High. You supposed to remember the Most High when you doing good, and really shit when you doing good, because you're like, hey man, it's something I don't, you know, I'm doing a little bit too good. And you supposed to honor the Most High when you're doing bad. So you gotta, you know, we're down here to receive the good and the bad. It's not going to be, you know, we're going to receive all good in the kingdom. We're learning a lesson here, and Jake don't want to go through that lesson because that lesson requires suffering. And people don't want to suffer. Who wants to suffer, right? 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Our people, they're searching, you know, they're chasing, they're in pursuit. They're in pursuit of the things of the world, particularly money. Because they see, you know, once you have money, you know, you can start to fulfill the lust of the flesh on a whole different level. Shit, you can start eating giant crabs. You know you're going to be hitting all the top restaurants, spending $20,000. You have crazy men spending Jake spent $20,000 at a restaurant. Bottles, you have all type of liquor, you have all type. Oh man, the women gonna come. They gonna fucking come out of nowhere. They're gonna be coming out of sewer. The baddest women you can, they gonna be deadly in love with you, right? But watch that money go. All them hoes gonna go too. Okay. But that's where our people they're chasing that. And you Jakes, you're in circles because you never obtain it. And then if you do obtain it, it's only for a short time. Say requires more of a sacrifice. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. See? For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. All right, so that our people are of the world. Like when I was on the phone, it was a cool conversation talking about, something, and then start, oh yeah, this, and I'm gonna do this. And, we gotta know this, the finances. I'm gonna take this class. Jake always taking a class, and it's all to do what? It's all to not skill building for just personal development. It's never for personal development, right? It's to obtain wealth. When the system of wealth is getting ready to be changed, everything's getting ready to be digital. So Jake gonna be fighting for them digital credits. Okay, Jake gonna have that MOTB. They gonna be fighting for that digital credits. Okay, it's shit crazy. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. Right, because our faith is going to be transcended, if you will, into immortal bodies, in immortal dominion, rulership. Only the elect can understand that concept again. Let's go to Timothy's. First Timothy 10:6. For the love of money is the root of all evil. And Esau, he loved money more than anybody. He'll destroy a whole nation over money, over a resource that he can hoard to himself and he can make money off of. He'll kill anybody. He'll kill his mom. He'll kill himself. This is how vile this guy is. And our people are following after that. They're following the footsteps of the vile man. Which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Right? Because what is the latter end of you obtaining all those riches? Well, really, dying lonely, probably on drugs, probably commit suicide, or to at least take your ass out. You depressed because all the shit that you had to do, you had to bend over, you had to blow rod, you had to get popped, you had to start popping, you had to take advantage of children, you had to do sacrifices. Now you had all the money, now you fucked up in the head. Now you bugged out. Esau, he don't feel no type of way. He can continue. He don't feel guilty. That's him. But thou, O man of God, man of God. This is why we're only really speaking we're speaking to everybody, but the net is cast into the ocean. It's going to draw the good and the bad. The good is kept, that's the elect. The bad is thrown back out to be burned. Okay? The unwanted, the unclean. So only the elect will see the benefits in serving the Lord. But thou, O man of God, flee these things, right? We not, the scripture says, seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. Now there's a thin line, that you got to balance, because the cold thing is you actually need money in this society. You know, but that's why we pray for our daily bread. Okay. But you got certain individuals that they'll go all in on trying to obtain riches, whether they're they went the school route. They want to be a doctor of the Lord. They give themselves to the study, the books. And then say they become a doctor. Well, you basically are complicit with the death of your patients, because the drugs that you have to give them and the therapies that you have to, subscribe to them, which are toxic. And you can know that, but you're getting kickbacks from the drug company. They're giving you $1,000 per patient for a particular, whether it was a surgery or you make $5,000 per surgery. That's why somebody will come in with a gallbladder problem. And if you have a gallbladder problem, you need to get on, if I had a gallbladder problem, I would be on celery juice. I'll be on 32 ounces to 62 ounces of celery juice daily. I'll be on turmeric ginger shots, right? Just to name a few things. That's that alone. And then get on start going on a high fruit diet, high raw food diet. Got to go like maybe 80% raw for a particular time. You got to flush out the gallbladder. That's cheap. This is why people, I reckon, I don't even recommend them. Say, hey, look, you got a digestive problem. Hey, get on the celery juice. They'll kind of look at me like, celery juice? What are you talking about? Because it's cheap. If I was in a white coat and I was a so-called doctor and I had a pill that could do what celery juice could do for your body, I'd be a goddamn billionaire. Okay? But since it's something cheap, people are not going to respect it. And then, of course, the poor man's wisdom is despised. Right? But you'll go, the doctor say, hey, look, we want to pull that gallbladder out. You got it. It's emergency surgery. We want to get out. Why? Because he gonna get a kickback. What is it, $10,000-$15,000 to do the surgery? He gonna get a kickback, $10,000, whatever it may be. Maybe he made $5,000 off of that surgery. That's a 2-hour surgery, 5 bands. He don't give a shit. Then he gonna prescribe. Now you got to be on drugs your whole goddamn life. You don't have no gallbladder. And follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Right? It's a fight. And Jake don't want to fight. They tired of fighting. They want to relax. They want to enjoy the spoils. We do too. But there's a job to be done. Lay on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. That's pretty much it on there. I'm going to close it there. There's something, that's on my spirit, that this has been the downfall of our people, is chasing after them riches. And those riches, they fly away. Okay. As a whole in a bag. It was a Haggai 1:8 or 1:6. So I'm going to close it there until next time. Shalom to the leg.